Honey, we're home. Welcome back to the Green Means Go channel. It's your host, me. It feels good to be where we are most comfortable. And I'm sure it's a good thing for you as well. As you can see, I slept great. I mean, holy cow, did I sleep good. Did not even realize it was going to be this organic today. Yesterday, had you tailed all my plays, you would have lost 0.69 units. I never suggest tailing them all. They are just leans after all. But if we could have combined somehow Vlad, Navarez, Chisholm, Reynolds, Lowe, Altuve, Yelich, and Green, we could have been rich. We hit a lot of plays, but we just we leaned too much. We played too many. Such is life. That's how it goes. Let's look at our official plays yesterday. We lost a lot. We did hit Philly money line. Oakland gave it a battle, but ultimately not enough. The Mets got swatted, destroyed. I don't know if I won a single play of any of these. I think they all lost. So we suck. I mean, I suck at this. I mean, I flat out am probably the worst sports bettor in the earth, on the earth. So the fact that you guys come by and watch, by golly, that's a blessing. We're down 1.5 units since reflecting. We are ranking the parks fine, and we are on to today. This is the slate today. Monday is typically a smaller slate. Here it is. As you can see, there's a lot of yellow, some red in pitching, and a few green spots in terms of park and weather. But after all, it's not the most exciting Monday. This game in Philadelphia, the weather says great. The pitching says otherwise. What do the prices say? The prices are a little too steep, a little too bad, a little too juiced, a little too held. They're not great. Zach Wheeler's pitching. Matt Waldron looks to be starting for the first time for the Padres. I think this could be a pitching duel, and I'm a little nervous. If I had to play two people from each team, it would be Jackson Merrill, Fernando Tatis, Nick Castellanos, and Trey Turner. But like I said, I actually took the under as an official play. We'll talk about that in a second. But I'm torn. It's one of those classic, this park lends itself to home runs, but the pitching, if they come out strong, we might see 0 in the game, type of a deal. So use that information how you will. Game in Pittsburgh, I do not like from the Pittsburgh batting angle. Now, yesterday I said the same thing, and they put up 100 runs. So take everything I say with a massive chunk of salt. Wilson Contreras, 450. Nolan Arenado, 640 would be my leans. Maybe St. Louis money line. I think there might be some value. It's like a dead even, minus 108 on both sides on FanDuel is what I saw this morning. I lean St. Louis. Game in Toronto, we have Max Scherzer versus Carlos Rodon. And I think not only is it a good park to hit in, I think there are two plays here. I think you either play the under or you play Toronto money line. I don't see this being a high-scoring game in which New York wins. So what should you do? You should go parlay New York Yankees in the over. But I don't trust New York on the road. I don't trust Carlos Rodon typically. I just think there's value on the Toronto side of things. I don't even have any plays for New York in terms of batters today against Max Scherzer. I do have a couple for Toronto, Ernie Clement at 940, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at 475. Game in Boston, Chase Burns started about a week ago and pitched well, really well. I think he had 8 strikeouts in his debut. He looks stellar. Garrett Crochet is also pitching today, which is typically not great for the opposing team. So another spot where we look to have some good weather and decent conditions, but the pitching says we may get a low-scoring, ugly game. Austin Hayes, great price at 740, even if it's against Crochet. Rhys Hines, 880, great price, even if it's against Crochet. So if you want to play either of those guys, I am not upset at you, and I think the value exceeds the matchup in terms of I'm comfortable with them at those numbers. Wilyer Abreu and Cedane Rafaela at 7-1. 460 for Abreu would be my leans for the other side against Burns. Game in Tampa Bay, great park, but this freaking pitching, man. This freaking pitching. Drew Rasmussen's figured it out. Jacob Lopez, by and large, has kept it contained. So again, it's that great park in Tampa Bay that we like to target, but I don't see a ton of value across the slate, and I think it could be an ugly game. Both teams had traveled last night. They're both coming in after a road trip. Lawrence Butler at 580, Yandy Diaz at 405, and Christopher Morel, who may not start at 460. Just be careful there. Junior Caminero didn't look too bad either. Game in Texas. We'll talk about that in a second. Game in Texas. We have two lefties pitching today. I would target right-handed batters on both teams. Ramon Laureano at 580, Gary Sanchez at 420, Adolis Garcia at 520, and then Michael Hellman just was recalled from the minor leagues. With Wyatt Langford out for 15 days or so, Hellman looks to be the guy that they want to deploy. He's a right-hander, so tonight against a lefty in Trevor Rogers, it makes sense that they would start Hellman. He doesn't have a lineup, though. So we have to wait until he's officially in the lineup for these books to put prices out. Now, here's what I will tell you. Baltimore has a guy by the name of Kobe Mayo. Texas, hopefully, will start a guy by the name of Michael Hellman. It has never been possible to make a Hellman-Mayo parlay in the history of the MLB. Now, I didn't fact check that, but I can imagine that the Hellman-Mayo parlay has never been on the counter to spread all over our bet slip. And we're not going to pass up this opportunity. We may not win bets. We may be down units on the year. We may come here every day and give out negative EV plays. But who else is telling you about the Hellman-Mayo parlay? I quite frankly, I'd put it to the test that nobody is telling you that exists. So stay tuned. We may play the Hellman-Mayo parlay, given the opportunity, if he starts today. Game in Arizona, no optimism. Ryan Nelson and Logan Webb are pitching. I do quite like Yastrzemski at 630 and Perdomo at those numbers. Like, those are just good numbers. But overall, it doesn't look like it's going to be a great spot for home runs. Last game of the night, George Kirby is pitching. Michael Wacha is pitching. And I think the Royals are the side with value here. They are the underdog. I'm not playing them, but I do think that George Kirby has looked weak. And, Kansas City's offense has also looked weak, so maybe that's not saying anything. Kyle Isabel, if you want to get cute. Otherwise, Jack Caglione at 8-1, Vinny Pasquantino at 620. Let's look at some official plays, shall we? I believe we need to switch over to our official play thing, and we need to talk. Here we go. Perdomo at 1787 is a crazy price, even if it's against Logan Webb. That's on Novik. I'm not doing a round robin today. Didn't see very much value that I liked across the slate. Dog of the day, I am taking Toronto in their game against New York at home. I think Carlos Rodon could have trouble against this lineup, and I think Max Scherzer could excel against the Yankees on the road, who sometimes struggle in that situation. That price is on Novik. 129 is on Novik. For the promos, DraftKings, no sweat, home run bet. Today should be the last day. They said they were doing it to the end of June. Today's the last day of June. We're going Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at 450, 4.05 units. For our 25% boost, I'm back to 3 legs. It went to 4, maybe went to 5, went to 3, 4. We're back to 3 legs, 25. So we're going Baltimore money line, under in San Diego, Philadelphia, and St. Louis money line. That's 0.15 units. We're doing one of our free bets. Remember, we have earned a lot of free bets from this no sweat promotion, so we're running back one. This was at plus money. I'm going over 7.5 in Kansas City, Seattle. It's like plus 101. We're putting one of our free bets on it, and we'll track it accordingly. And then for our FanDuel 30% boost, they have a 30% any wager today. Mike Yastrzemski, Jack Caglione. It has to be 3 legs. I took live. I took what's that guy's name? Carlos Alcaraz, tennis player. Wimbledon's going on right now. I took his live money line. It was like minus 5,000. So if Carlos Alcaraz loses, we lose $10. And we'll run this back unboosted, and we'll accept our loss. But it would suck if these two guys hit home runs today and we didn't even get to see them because Carlos Alcaraz. Only other thing is, if I do run a Hellman's Mayo parlay, we'll put it as an official play. Why not? Why not? Why not? So that's what I got for you today. It's good to be home. It's good to be back. And that's the story. And I'm sticking to it. Love ya.